Well, hello, welcome back to Lana's Little Things with me, Dr. Lana, specialist gerontologist. You know the rest, talking all things on living agelessly, caregiving, entrepreneurship, bridging generation gaps, life in general, day by day. Yesterday, day 93, we are on day 94. Isn't that amazing? As we go into this swiftly into the end of this doozy of a year. That's we'll just leave it at that. So good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. And now we'll talk to specifically to older persons. Not on the time, end of year, end of anything feels as though brings emotions to it. So I've been talking to a lot of patients this week and they're like, well, the year is ending and everything's ending and it feels like everything's ending. I'm like, think about what you've shared. What have you shared this year? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I did share stuff. So let's just talk a few seconds on the importance of sharing your wisdom. You have lived the life, you have experiences, trust and believe. You got things that you can share. You got things you can tell me, tell the rest of us, so that we can understand. So, what's the importance of sharing your wisdom, your experiences, your even what you said, what happened in the past, the years you would have lived as an older person, the experiences, the way of life then, I don't mind, and you'd be surprised how many more persons, my generation and younger, actually want to know what happened. So please don't be shy. Please share your wisdom. Why is that so important? Please share your experiences. Why is that so important? To share with the younger person generation as a mentor, as a friend, as just sharing experiences. Well, haven't aren't we all social creatures? And we live by the experiences of others. We learn from the experiences of others. In a group today talking, one lady mentioned you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Success leaves clues. Experience leaves clues. We all need so much. We don't all want to learn by mistake. That's not the way to learn. Best way. Well, it's a way to learn, but it's not the best. So, as much as you share with us, we appreciate it. I appreciate it. So, on behalf of, well, everybody, we appreciate you, older persons. Thank you. It also bridges the same generational gaps because when you share, we tend to understand, oh, that's why you might think this way. So, I encourage all younger ones in the family, all caregivers, all of those of you in a family with someone who's long term care, older person, especially, give space. Listen to the same. Yes, the same story goes over and over. But you know what? Same stories my grand has told me have been in my head every single day, and they do help. They help with discipline. They help with reminding me of what to say and when to say and what's the appropriate words to say in my head. Don't you find that happens? Isn't that great? You don't have to be worried about what am I going to say because you have the wisdom from somebody else who was there before you, who can guide you in where you need to go. So you're bridging the gaps, you're learning, you're exploring, you're maturing. It lends itself to a more mature relationship. What else do they do? Well, if someone explains themselves and you're actually listening, remember we had that talk a few days ago, some days ago, on the value of really listening, really hearing the unspoken word, hearing what is unsaid, hearing what the experiences are, and that leading to greater understanding, both sides, bridging gaps, so key. As we end this year, as we build a new one, we want to build new gaps. So by all means, share, listen, explore, hear the past stories. Let us learn. What else does it do? Fosters respect because as we hear the things you went through, the times you had to do certain things, make sacrifices, we have to make sacrifices too. The younger ones, we need to know that sacrifice does not mean that you will bleed or you will give up everything and you left with nothing. No, but it does mean discipline. Discipline is really what we all need more of. We could all use more discipline, each one of us, older, younger, whatever. So thanks for sharing the discipline in advance. It's also going to enhance family bonds. At the end of a year, you know how families, how that can happen. More people are coming in, whether you celebrate holidays or not. The general ones, more families are coming in to spend time. Use that time wisely. The minutes we have now, the minutes we will never get back. Share your wisdom, older ones. Share it with us. We want to hear. I want to hear. From my heart to yours, thank you so much for everything. Today's your night. So, good morning, good evening, good night. Thank you.